Hey guys, it's Alex from Pro Sports Extra, and I just want to talk to you guys real quick about some of the things going on in the NFL. We have two big players that got franchised today. Drew Brees, quarterback from the New Orleans Saints, was franchised today, and Matt Forte, the running back from the Browns, was also franchised. The Mickey Loomis a couple of days ago was talking about how Brees is a good quarterback, but not a great quarterback, and that obviously is not correct. Drew Brees is a great quarterback. He's an elite quarterback. He's better than most of the quarterbacks in this league, with the exception of maybe Brady and Manning. But I mean, when your quarterback puts up this single season yardage total ever in the NFL, he's great no matter what. No matter what else he does, he's great. It's a shame that the Saints couldn't sign Brees to an extended contract, a 4-year deal, or a 5-year deal even. He's in his like 9th or 10th year playing, but he's got the game. He's got stuff left in the tank to play. They gave him the franchise tag today. And also the Bears, after lots of contract negotiations and problems, they finally decided to franchise Matt Forte. I feel like if the Bears didn't franchise Matt Forte, then the fan base would go crazy at the Bears, especially also towards the Saints case as well. If the Saints had not franchised Drew Brees, there would be no telling what the fans would do. I was listening to some fans talking about their love for Drew Brees, and they love him to death. Drew Brees is their franchise, and Matt Forte is the best player on the Bears, with the exception of maybe Julius Peppers. But definitely, he's a spark to their offense. Also, with the New Orleans Saints, the bounty rule thing has come up today. I logged on and I see 5 different headlines on one page about this bounty rule. And it's basically saying the bounty rule is when players and coaches, the main problem is coaches. The coaches, if they give the players money, if they say, okay, I'm going to give you, for example, I'll give you an extra $5,000 if you can injure this guy or knock him out of the game. I was listening to some ex-NFL players talking about it, and they were saying that it starts off simple, real easy. It's like, oh, if I can get an interception, I'll give you, $500 or something like that. And then it escalates to the point where the coaches are bribing these players to injure their opponents, which, in any level of the game is not good. Obviously, you don't want to purposely injure any player, but the Saints have been found guilty for a couple of things involving that, but never actually officially bribing to injure a player. When I think of the Saints, it's hard to think of that because Drew Brees is the face of that team. He's this nice guy. The New Orleans Saints, they're all, obviously I'm not calling them like a wimpy team, but they just seem genuinely like a good-hearted team with a strong core with Sean Payton, and they're very strong integrity. So it's a little shocking to come out and hear about this. Also earlier, Ray Rice. This wasn't today, but Ray Rice, running back from Rutgers, was franchised. The Cardinals defensive end Calais Campbell was franchised. The 49ers safety Deshaun Goldson got the franchise tag. Brent Grimes, cornerback from the Falcons, very athletic, was franchised. So everyone's getting franchised, getting situated. There are obviously teams that haven't decided on who they're going to franchise yet. The San Diego Chargers, are not reportedly they're not going to be franchising Vincent Jackson, which means he will probably be on his way out. The Chargers franchised Jackson last year. They can't keep on franchising him. He's going to want a big long-term deal, or he's out of there. My prediction is he's going to go out, and someone's going to pick him up. a wide receiver needy team like the Browns, the 49ers, someone like that team, we'll pick him up. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Dwayne Bowe is getting ready for the franchise tag as well. And then with the combine ended, and I just want to get some of you guys' opinions on who do you think the Colts should select number one. I think it's unanimous that the Colts are going to select Andrew Luck, but I know a lot of people feel that he shouldn't be franchised by them, or no, what am I saying? He shouldn't be drafted by them. Obviously, the Ryan Leaf thing, and some people feel like Andrew Luck is going to be the next Ryan Leaf, or a bust, as you would say. From what I saw and from what I've seen through the college season, I personally feel like Robert Griffin is going to be the bust of the draft. His throwing motion, I don't understand it. He doesn't have the zip or the power, I feel like, to throw at an NFL level. Obviously, you can't question his arm strength. He's got great arm strength. He can throw the ball downfield. But if you look at his highlight film, it's all of Robert Griffin throwing to Kendall Wright. I barely see, another wide receiver catching his passes. The Baylor system isn't exactly the greatest system you took him out of for college into the NFL. That's why I feel like Robert Griffin will be the bust of this draft. I also think Jarrell Worthy, a defensive tackle out of Michigan, has the possibility for being a bust. Lamar Miller, running back out of Miami, has the possibility to be a bust. He could be a make it or break it. Lamar Miller. Lamar Miller can be a LaShawn McCoy type guy, shifty running back. You use maybe only for Miller, maybe like a third down situation kind of back, or he couldn't pan out, Another thing on franchise tags, the Eagles franchised Deshaun Jackson, which is huge because last year, coming in training camp, Deshaun Jackson held out because he wanted a better contract. The Eagles didn't give it to him, so he came back. It was a 2-day contract thing. And so they franchised him. So it's interesting because I didn't think the Eagles were going to franchise Deshaun Jackson. I thought Jackson was going to be on his way out, but they franchised him. And I think that's pretty much it for franchise tagging. I know the Browns. The Browns have been looking at Tannehill. I feel like in the upcoming draft, people are saying, "Oh, Robert Griffin has a chance going to the Browns." But I don't think the Browns are going to break the bank for a quarterback that they really don't. They're not impressing me yet. I understand that Colt McCoy isn't exactly, an NFL quarterback. He's not a starting quarterback in this league. He can win you some games, but he's not someone that you want under center for a full season. So, I wouldn't trust him personally. He's okay, but that's as much as he's going to be. So he's okay. Ryan Tannehill and the Browns have been talking. I think that's more of a realistic option. So then I'll have to trade up and get rid of all the draft picks. They have stockpiled draft picks, and they can get Tannehill lower. Obviously, if they see the Dolphins going up to get him or the Redskins going up to get him, then they're going to have to make a move. But I think Tannehill is a realistic option for the Cleveland Browns. And then it will be a quarterback battle from Colt McCoy and Ryan Tannehill. In Tannehill, I see a lot of Blaine Gabbert in him, which kind of worries me. Tannehill is a converted wide receiver, so without question, he's athletic. He's not a Robert Griffin. He's not going to make the blazing 40, but he's shifty in space. He can get out of the pocket. He can roll out. He's good throwing on the run. He's excellent throwing on the run. And Colt McCoy has some of those traits, but not to the extent that Tannehill does. So I think Tannehill is just a better version of Colt McCoy, and that'll be a good fit for the system. Not too much change. So from Pro Sports Extra, this is Alex Whiteman signing off. It was great to be doing these videos, and hopefully I'll be getting some more done. And I will be seeing you guys soon. Thanks.